Hi, greetings from the Pacific Northwest. Bo here with Lulu the bad dog. She was chasing the kitties today. He's 18 years old. You don't need to do that. You don't. He's an old man. You leave him alone. Poor son. He'll live. He's okay. Hey, got some vinyl finds. Not many. I went to the Lake City Record Show, which is in the northern end of Seattle. So it's kind of a drive from here. It's about an hour and 45 minutes, depending on traffic. Yeah, Sunday it's not too bad. Although there is a Seahawks game today, so if I got home in time for that, the Cardinals and the Vikings are still on though. So anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Got some. I'm gonna fix my collar. Got some good finds today. Like I said, I didn't get a lot. I'm calling this the Ponied Up Express because I paid up for these. There's not a deal. It's not like, oh man, this was a steal. I got a great deal on this. No, I paid like what you'd expect to pay, and in one case probably $5 or $10 too much, but something I wanted and I never see. And this is what's playing in the background, something you never see. This is called Markley, a group. This thing is freaking near mint too. Look, it's on the shrink. It's on labels it on. It's on Forward Records. When they were the West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band, they were on Reprise. And this is they call this this is considered a Markley solo effort, but I mean it's got Michael Lloyd and Dan Harris, so it's got all the guys from the West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band playing with him. Essentially, it's the last West Coast Pop Art Band album. Like I said, near mint. And this thing, I'm not going to say what I paid for it, but it probably had at least $10 on what I would consider a premium price for even near mint condition. And so I ponied up for that bad boy. Worth it. I wanted it. It's getting to the point in my collection too that if I'm going to get stuff that I want, I'm going to have to pony up a bit, because you're not going to find some of these in the thrift anymore. For the next record, for example. Now this I paid book for. In fact, I probably paid, considering condition, I probably paid $5 or $10 too much for this, because the jacket's in decent shape. It's VG plus, EX minus, probably closer to VG plus. The album is probably VG to VG plus. So, this was probably about $10 more than I should have. That's what this one dealer had. I had lots of good stuff, but it was all like priced at the point of pain. This is considered a pretty good psych album, so I wanted it. I purchased it. Now this one was the only thing that would be considered not a steal, but that was a reasonably priced. Circus Maximus. This is on MGM. They have a Northwest connection. I'm not sure if they were out of Seattle or out of Portland maybe at one time, but I thought they'd been maybe out of Boise. Some sort of somebody in their group maybe has a tie to the Northwest. I can't think of it. So that one, that one was not expensive. That one was like the first record I bought, and after that I went kind of nutty cuckoo. And the last one I got, and also from that collector, but this one I think I paid dead on for. I may have even got a bit of a break on this one by $5 or $10, because I've sure seen it for a lot more than she had it for. It's got a tiny bit of a seam split on the bottom, but other than that, this jacket's really good. I have a copy that I got at a thrift store for $1 that sounds like, and it's an original like this is. This is on the red. I'll show you guys. It's on the red Buddha. It's on the red Buddha, but like I said, it's got a bit of a seam split. But the jacket that I have is totally trashed. It's got ink writing on the back, and like I said, it sounds like a campfire, but it was $1. You can't really argue with that. But this wasn't that much. But this was probably priced, and now that I notice it's got a small seam split on top too, I probably spent about $5 too much on this too. But the vinyl is really, really nice. I'd say doesn't look unplayed like this Markley does, but it's got to be right there in that near mint kind of condition. And this is about as experimental as I get with Captain Beefheart. It's the Safe as Milk record. Anything after that's a little too far out for me. I've been kind of dipping my toe in the Frank Zappa realm too. Got his first two records. They're fairly enjoyable. It's taken many spins to get to the point where I call them fairly enjoyable. So why do you keep listening to stuff if it's not totally enjoyable? Because I want to be cool like Lulu, right? You gonna chase the cat anymore? No. No more cat chasing for you? Okay. Do you want to say bye, Louie? Do you want to say bye-bye? Can you say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Or don't. Well, from the Northwest. Bye!